Morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we're on the day number 12 of our class, and today's topic is going to be little different and little confusing as well. Okay, so if you see till now, what we saw in the form of a story, so we started our journey to understand what we need to be cover, that is entity, that group is called entity type, classification is entity class, and that portion is called scoping and entity framework. After that, we got it. Yes, we have to be do this particular thing, this particular on this particular object or this particular place. After that, we start building our control objectives and control means what we have to be make sure should be audited, should be covered as a part of risk. We work on control objective. Then to implement that, we work on the policies. We have policies acknowledgement, policies exception. No, this policy is not applicable for me. I need exception for that 3 days, 4 days, 5 days kind of things. And then we come to their testing that we called the indicators, indicator template and indicator task, which need to be updated by the user. If it is a manual, if it is a basic, then it can be done by the system as well. And in case my control fail, we got an issue. Till this part, I can say, even not the issue. Before that, till this part, I can say that we have discussed the policy and the compliance. We discussed about the policy and the compliance, that what we need to be build to what need to be compliant. Now, the next topic is mainly practically it should be the last topic, but I would like to be give a little overview and then we proceed further. Okay. Yesterday we saw when a compliant get failed, sorry, a control get failed means it did not as a compliant, it is a non-compliant. Then a issue get generated. यहाँ पे there are two things. Issue get generated means something is not working. Issue can be generated like this, or issue can be raised by the user as well. So this topic is called the issue management. And the thing is that this issue management is not only applicable for policy and compliance. This is applicable for the risk management as well, for the audit management as well. So what I will do now, or we have the next topic, not today, but tomorrow, we are going to be start a topic called the risk management. That what you build, why you build, what you want to be cover it, what you want to be save it. That is a risk. But today topic is more on the issue. So let's say you as a parent sitting at home and your kid came. Let's say example of Anu. She her husband is sitting in the balcony and having a cup of tea, and her kid came and say, "Hey, Dad, in that room, the switch is little sparking, or I was able to put my finger in that switchboard." Generally, kid do. Now, this is an issue, but the issue is not generated because of compliance, because of control. The issue is generated because a user said. It means in this industry, it is responsibility of everyone to raise a compliance issue to the team. And out till this point. It means issue can be generated by the user as well. And the the bad or the good part is that in this particular topic, as I say, issue is not only applicable for compliance. Issue is applicable for the risk management as well, for the audit management as well. So if I bring you on the screen here, this issue is a task that allow end user to track the response of remediate or accept the issue. Issue can be system generated or created manually. The control, the policy which you build and implemented, is that working properly for the users, or users are facing some issues, some problem, some difficulty, some concern, because your issue, the issue which you will be raising now, can be a risk event as well. Like the kid says, "Mom, you know that I was able to put my finger in that switchboard." See, so issue identify, triage is very, very, very important point here. Honor, evaluate, action, and monitor. So issue we have to be identify. Now identification can be done on the three ways. Triage. Who is responsible to do the assignment of this issue to the right team? Okay. And then who is the identifying honor? This is actual issue or not? So these two, or I can say overall issue in the issue, three things are there. Issue life cycle, issue triage life cycle, and the remediate task where the actual work will be done. It can be done by system, it can be done by the user. We have two options now. Number one, we activate the separate plugins, or we activate the full IRM product. Because if I show you something in the next slide, and if you see this, So triage issue application. Triage means to see that this issue must be sorted or must be assigned to this particular team. So in UK, what I found that if there's an emergency and if you call to the emergency number, a person pick up the call and he will not ask your name and everything. He will say, what help you need? Police, ambulance, fire brigade. Now you have to take a decision that to whom I need now. So I was staying in a building where one of my neighbor was going through lift. And lift got stopped in between and he got locked. Luckily he called me and said, hey, I'm stuck in this lift. Can you help me? Can you help me? It means he himself doing the triage now, or he himself call to the emergency number and say, I need fire brigade. That is self triage. Triage issue application means, just to be understand that this triage is a complete separate discussion in this area. ये छोटा नहीं है, it's not a small topic, it's another big topic because it has its own life cycle. Now, how the issue gets generated? Indicator failure, yesterday we saw. Attestation failure, we did not fail an attestation, but yes, it can be. And control test ineffective. There is another step called the control test. If that ineffective, then the issue gets generated automatically. And issue can be a compliance issue, can be risk issue, can be an audit issue. इन तीन में से एक होगा. The kid came and say that is a risk issue. ठीक है, clear? And then issue will be to the issue base object. और base क्या है? Issue to content होगा, issue to item होगा, entity या issue to document होगा. But have to be remember that issue will be in these three categories. When I say that we have to be activate the plugin, because as I say that issue can be for compliance, risk and audit. So if I log in back here, and if I'm an end user, and if I go to the portal, अब end user के पास तो access नहीं होता ना ये. In the back, end user cannot access these indicators. उसको तो पता ही नहीं. He can come on the portal and he can report an issue from here. So if I say that issue can be for the compliance, risk and audit type, it means there must be two more catalog items, one for compliance, one for risk and one for audit. That is the one thing. There is another thing which is in the parallel, that is called compliance case as well. Case and issue, two different things. two different life cycles, two different type of records. Might be customer says, hey, I don't have much budget. I cannot go for the compliance cases. I am okay to go with the issues only. ठीक है? No problem. Because for this, you have to be activate a different plugin. Now, what we are going to be do, we are going to be activate the IRM full product. And how to do? Go here. Plugins will do it today, and then we'll use it tomorrow. And here I can search for the integrated risk management. In this, we have a lot of things. So I'm going to be activate this plugin. Integrated risk management. It will install 37. As of now, I just have a compliance. Let me change the scope first. As of now, in our PDA, what we have installed, we installed only two things mainly. One is the advanced course, second is the policy and compliance. Now under this, I have a 37 more applications. Few already installed, few need to be installed. So policy compliance is already installed. But now I need a risk management. Advanced risk. Tomorrow we have to be work on this, that what is risk management, how to handle the risk, what terms are used here. Then compliance case. This is what I was talking just now. So we're going to be do this for the whole product now. And all the latest application of this one get installed. Few we might not be using it because which is not the part of our area or this thing. Like dashboards, okay, we can say risk we need it, compliance indicator, we don't need it because we don't have a scope spock available like Qualys or something. Virtual agent we can do, audit little bit we can do, reporting yes. Operations resilience is not the part of my course, so can we remove it? Yes. Performance premium integration, we don't need it. Risk, yes. Compliance core advanced case one, yes. Advanced audit, regulatory change, not part of this course. Thomson recruiter regulatory intelligence, not required. Cyber excavator, not required. Parallel review, let's keep it. Integration with third party content. But do we have the endpoint URL for other third parties? No. PI we can keep. Advanced risk, fine. Continuous authorization monitoring, ठीक है. Mobile based, not required. Compliance case, yes. NIST, NIST UCF use case accelerator, not required. Compliance case management, full access. The higher version of the case. Dashboard, yes. Risk, yes. SOX content pack, yes. As a this thing, regulatory change, not required immediately. Not required. Metrics, yes, we have to be no. Audit and all these things will be there, even though not this one. So now I click on the load demo data. Proceed. Install. Yes. Now it is getting installed in the background. So what we are getting now, we will be getting case, risk, and audit also in our course. Now let's discuss about the issue. In the issue, three things are important: issue lifecycle, triage lifecycle, and issue remediation task lifecycle. ठीक है? This is not the issue. This is a case. So we are going to be discuss about the issue now. This thing. So yesterday we saw that if the indicator fail, so if I come back here, let run in the background, it take a little time. If I come back here in the compliance one, and we can click on this issue overview. These are the total issues till now. You can do the issue filtration with the entity. Like, do you want to see the Pamela one, which we see yesterday? Apply. No issues. ठीक है, no problem. Remove it. Okay. You can create issue, task, or issue rating. Rating is important. We'll discuss these steps. Settings, issue rating setup. That how the rating work. Like if issue rating is high, what is the remediation time frame? It is kind of a SLA, I can say. Then this is the overview or the main dashboard. You can see the overview by the state. You can see overview by the issues priority. We can see how many issues are in the triage. Triage against property P1, P2, P3, P4, and tracking it. How many remediation tasks going on, how many exceptions are going on, how many evidences are requested. Because if you as an end user is saying that I think this is the issue, then team can say, okay, can you have evidence to issue it? Like kid came and say, Mom, I was able to put the finger in that switchboard. Can you show that which switchboard you're referring and how you put the finger? Because if there's no evidence, it might not be an issue as well. So this particular thing look very small, but it is very big. So it says total 8 new issue has been raised in the last 30 days. Go to new issues like this. Control attestation failure, indicator failure. Yesterday we saw. And this is created by me. Okay. Now thing come that under which table it gets generated. It gets generated under the GRC issue table, which is part of profile. SN GRC issue. Sorry, label. This one. ठीक. और ट्रायज कहां पर है? Issue underscore triage is, let me do this thing. This one. It get extended from the triage table. और ये दोनों की दोनों issue and issue triage are indirectly getting extended from the task table only. ठीक, from the task table only. Now, if I come back here in the workspace and let's keep open our this thing as well, plugins, and see where we on the plugin side. In progress, almost it done. Okay, let's come back here. ठीक. So issue can be indicator failure, which we saw yesterday. Issue can be raised via portal. Issue can be raised via control attestation failure. Control test अभी हमने नहीं किया because that is a part of the audit management, which we will do, or which option will be added once we activate the audit management as well as part of the IRM full product. ठीक. Now, if you see this part, issue. One more thing, to define the triage, few rules are required. That is triage manager and triage user. So if I again go back here, user admin and role, and search for the triage. Here. Provide management rights to the issue triage application module and use triage application module. Means if you want to manage the triage, that which group, which settings that will go in, that you need a triage manager. If you want to just work on the triage part, then you need a triage user role. If I show you here, this one you can see. This is coming by because I have a triage manager role now. Assignment tools, open issues, ratings, properties will be there. Clear everybody till this point? Doubt, question, clarification? Till this point I'm saying, any doubt, any question? Please ask. No doubt, no question. That is nice, yeah. Good. Chalo, let's move forward then. So now this is issue life cycle, and we have a triage as well. Issue triages. If you click here, you can see this issue is the indicator failure, issue type, issue rating. This will be there. Overview. New. Okay, because it gets generated yesterday only. So in this, we have this thing. New, analyze, respond, review, and close. A new says mainly the source of issue can be an indicator failure, which we see, can be a risk assessment, because we did not do the risk assessment till now. So might be coming from the risk assessment. Then it can be risk event as well. Example, or let's say, what is risk assessment means? Anu invited electrician at home to do the risk assessment of all the switchboards. And that electrician says, ma'am, in the living room, upper switchboard is more risky. Issue. Anu raise a issue for this one. Risk event, that baby is able to put the finger in the switchboard. That is a risk event. Control attestation failure, control test failure, or issue can be ad hoc basis. Ad hoc means when someone going in the ECS portal and logging an issue. Okay. And in this particular step, in this new option, we have to populate the incident group. To whom this need to be assigned, assignment group. To whom this need to be assigned. By default, it is going to be assigned to the control owner. But how is it going to work every time on this part? Might be some little different team need to be assigned it. So if you come back here, you can see issue source is indicator failure. Okay, indicator failure and this get generated. We have a state, new, analyze, respond, review, close, complete, incomplete. Issue type. What type of issue it is? I'm not saying the source. It's a type. Control design effectiveness failure, operative failure, control does not meet the requirement, does not exist, non-compliance, non-compliance to a policy, improvement, observation, data breach, fraud, mismatch, risk, and other. So these are kind of a categories. And it's also predefined, given by ServiceNow itself. I can say this is a fraud case. Okay. In the fraud, it is a fraud of compliance, fraud of risk, audit or vendor risk. I said compliance. Okay. You can define the priority of this and issue rating. Priority and rating are two different things. Priority tell how quickly it should be fixed. Rating, it is a top 5, top 2, top 3, top 4 ratings. To little bit more classification. So I can say it's a issue rating is 2. It's like priority and urgency kind of thing, you can say. Description which come from the indicator failure only. Assignment group. I'm assigning to the GRC business users who is going to work and fix it. And I'm going to assign the able tutor. Issue group manager. यहाँ पर means what type of issue will go to what type of groups. Who is managing that particular issue? I say this is a compliance issue, it will go to the compliance manager. Otherwise, we have a audit, internal audit, risk and risk managers. I said no, it is go to risk, this one. And issue manager is Carrie McMahon. Schedule. When you're expecting this need to be fixed, due date is 26th. We can auto populate the due date as well. There is some properties which we discuss. When you are planning to start this fix, actually you are going to start this fix. Actual start and actual end date will become start and end date come automatically, so that we can see that how much time you're going to take to be fixed it, because Risk or compliance issues are those things which you cannot hold along. More you hold, more you are on the non-compliant side. So default is coming that it should be fixed in the 2 days. Issue grouping, parent-child relationship. Do you want to do that? Action plan. Abhi to, see, mainly you are just doing this thing only. What I can say. New state, you're just evaluating it. But still, if you have something on the remediation that this can be done. Anything you want to be adding the activity? No? Click on the save. Okay, clear everybody till this point. Everyone, all clear? Doubt question? अरे पूछ सकते हैं आप. You can ask me. Okay, good. Now we're going to be save this. Still in the new state. Okay, condition this. I guess something is running in the background. Let me see what plugin is it done or not. Still running. Now on this part, show more condition, new set IRM continue auth spec. Issue this is business rule add sketchpad form issues it will be over. ठीक है, एक बार plugin activate हो जाएगा, then we can see. Okay, now to whom we have assigned this issue? We assign this issue to the able tutor. Now what he will do? Also, to work on this one, a user can have audit manager role or the audit user, compliance manager, compliance user, what we know, and GRC manager. Who can manage the GRC users, group, and risk users? Okay. Now what we'll do? We'll impersonate with able tutor. We have SEDI Revit has indicator failure. Let's see. You don't have a compliance workspace. Access issue. Under audit, no. Compliance, yes. This one, right? Open. And now he can analyze it. And he need to be add and he need to be update. Any policy, any authority document need to be linked? No. And if we find okay, and now we are on the analysis phase. When I'm on the analysis phase, then what should I do? Respond. What the meaning of the respond here? I will open it again. So like it is like new in progress. So this is now in progress. I'm start analyzing it, that why this be happened. Is any specific reason for this one or some other reason for this one, and I will do my work. And then I have to be updated. Update in the sense in the response. Uh, I let me click on the respond now. In the analysis, I can put my action plan and my remediation plan as well. And now click on the save. Thanks for going on the mute. Respond. And now you can see a response tab is open. Response says, is this issue is remediated? Means we are responding, yes, this is the issue and we are accepting it. So if you want to remediate it, you can get the explanation that how we can remediate this. Like, do we need to create any new policy? Do we need to be trained to the users? What need to be done? We will create new policies. Okay. And save. Take. Or if you think, no, it's not like this. And now if you go back here, actual start date is there, actual end date is not populated till now. And we have to do little bit more actions now. So we have to be give a solution by this particular date, because our end date due date is very, and if you see, this is a mandatory one. If you did not provide the this what I can say due date in the analysis phase, you cannot proceed further. Total duration is 1 day. That, and you can see this red color means it is overdue now. Let me try to put the actual duration and see is my end date get generated. Yes. So in the response, you have to put the actual duration, that how much time is spent to work on this incident, on this issue, and then it will populate the actual end date. This is the important in the response, and this is responsibility of the assignee only, to whom this issue has been assigned. Issue manager is like your this thing, incident manager, and assigned to is like a service desk agent in that team. And then it go in the review state. And here everything become read only. one thing is still missing here. Two things actually. One is the triage and other is the remediation task. We can create the task here itself. I'm not sure. Okay, it's allowing me to do it. I can say assign to whom you want to be assigned this task. Anybody's name is appearing or not? This one, let's say I want to be assigned to able tutor only. Priority, build the policy. And you can put description, task schedule. Plan start date is this. End date and these are blank. This particular concept is something similar or look like with the release management as well. Because in the release management, the same things happen. Now work in progress. First of all, responded. Means if you remember that in the problem management, there is a concept called new assess. And in the assess, you accept it. Yes, this is a known problem. Something similar is happening when you do the respond. Yes, this is a non and I'm accepting this particular task now so that I can work on this task. The thing is that when these dates are getting generated, see, as soon as you accept it, the dates are getting generated here. Now, if I put in the work in progress, this thing we'll discuss confidentiality, another important topic. Okay. And after the work in progress, we can review it. And now you are still not generated. If you put on the closed, is it closed, complete, incomplete? I said complete. You can put the notes and comments here. Don't worry. If you want, you can put it here. And my task get closed. So you can get any number of tasks. And let's see. What about my end date get executed or not? Now you can see end date is there for the 42-second. So you can create multiple remediation tasks to solve, to fix a issue. Now, if I go back here, open this. And you can see the task here. See if we have a risk assessment as well. Now, one thing which has been left mainly for this particular part is called issue triage. ये वाला ये क्या है? Who has the authority to assign the tickets, to assign the issues to the right team or to the team, and then they can take it the further actions. Mainly what we have done, we skip this part. Triage need to be done first because triage has a proper cycle. Once you've done the triage, only then this cycle will become in the picture. Analysis, analyze, respond, review, and closed. ठीक है, क्लियर है यहाँ तक एवरीबडी? डाउट, क्वेश्चन, क्लैरिफिकेशन? बताइए। Let's come back here for a minute. And impersonation. And let's check our plugin first. Are you getting or you're just sleeping, everybody? Nobody's asking anything.
Yeah, Atul, it is good.
Okay, good. So let's go to the plugins and check our plugin first. Still not completed. Almost, I think it will be just. Yeah. Still 99%. Now, what we have seen, we've seen that a issue which has been generated from the indicator failure. But if I'm an end user, I don't have this access indicator or compliance kind of things or control. I have to go to ECS portal under that risk and compliance. Now, did you see? Report issue was the only. We have a compliance request, compliance case, and risk event. See, compliance request as well. This topic we'll discuss later on. Compliance case. Might be tomorrow, or I'll start the risk first. If I am an end user or the business user, I'll not say the end user, I'll say the business user. Report issue. Write a brief description of the issue. Switchboard is open and causing issue. And copy this thing. In this issue one, because you are a business user, you might be aware, you might not be aware that what objective, what policy it has. So I'm just putting this thing and the possible solution to address this issue. नहीं पता मुझे. Might be I can say change the switchboard, change the switch, change the plug, put some protection or tape kind of things, put some instructions. So if you want to have some suggestions, do this, do that. Which entity this issue related? Do you know that which entity it is related? Because I'm a business user. Might be, might not be. If you know, then you can put this thing. Controllability and control as well. So if you put this, let's say this is related to Pamela. Now Pamela has how many control objectives as an entity? Review facility list. And then only one. Up to you. If you want, you can do it. If you don't want, you can remove it. Now, if you're done, it's done. You cannot remove this, or you have to be reload this page. Now click on the submit. So submit reporting an issue is like a reporting an incident. So you can see it is a ad hoc, priority is for, and issue get generated. Now I will go here. Sorry, admin मैं वही सोचूं क्यों नहीं आ रहा. Now if you see that we have a compliance and we have a remediation workspace as well, risk workspace as well, compliance, and we have a audit workspace as well. ये देखो ये रहा. And now we can see another issue is there. ये देखो पहले नहीं था compliance case, but now it is there. Task पहले भी था, अभी है issue. 165 new issues has been raised. Why? Because now we have activated the risk and the audit as well, and we loaded the demo data. So if you click on this, it will show the list. See, almost in the review state. So what is our case? Which क्या था, ये था ना 209 will open like this. अरे ऐसा क्या हो गया? अच्छा, and number contains this. This is my issue. Not sure why it's showing the same thing, but it should show this one. This is the issue which I raised just now, and that is a type of ad hoc because ये plan नहीं था. It means I am talking about यहाँ पे ये वाला, that okay self identified issues हैं ये पोर्टल पे. ठीक, you can see these activities here. Go to detail. Ad hoc, issue type, classification, same thing which we have just seen. Assigned to issue manager. Same concept which we have just now. And now you can see control test is also there. Now if I go back here quickly and open our control, this is what happened when we activate more plugins. So now you can see cases as well, test templates as well, referring to this portion. This one, templates, test template, test plans. So we have multiple things now, cases as well, risk statement as well. Yeah. We will discuss this, few of these things in one by one case. That what is the case, what is the issues. So now we have a control. Let me open a control here. Control test. How to test this control, and then we can do this particular part. It is not fully in part of our course, but we'll see that what best we can do here. Okay. So now where we were, we were discussing about the triage part. So after activating our core plugin, IRM, the product plugin, we got all these things now. In your objective, you can see control, indicator, test plan, risk statement as well. Now, if you go back here, in the control, see risk. The way we have a this thing, what I can say, under controllability, we have a control. The same manner we have a under risk statement, we have a risk or risk event or test plan or the metrics, the measurement way. Okay. Now, what is our next part, which definitely not going to do now, we'll pick up tomorrow, is triage. Any question, please go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, so actually not able to find the plugin and trying to find the integrated risk management.
Integrated
Like,
risk management. It's a product. You will not find this plugin as a separate one. So what you can do, go to plugins and here search for the, or you just search for the risk management and scroll down, click on the view more, and you can see this one, integrated risk management.
okay, got it, got it.
Okay, it is still saying here that you are missing these applications, which I don't want. So all this has been configured now. If you want, we can just click this and more will be generated, which I don't want immediately. Might be regulatory change we need later, but not now. So, and if you see here, you can see the risk as well. Audit, risk portal, risk events will be there. So tomorrow, what we are going to do, we'll pick up the triage part. ये वाला part रह गया बस. उसके बाद तो issue में ही जाना सारा कुछ. We see this thing now. How to sort out? We see triage part tomorrow. Yeah. And then we will proceed for the risk management, not the case. Case immediately नहीं लाएंगे. Case हम बाद में लेके आते हैं क्योंकि compliance case still need some risk and everything will be there. Okay, so we'll do this part little later, but not now. We'll close the remediation tomorrow and then we go for the risk management part. And this is what is mainly the content for this training as well. Because after doing this training, you will be eligible or you can do the risk and compliance certification. Compliance part has been done. Risk part we are going to be start tomorrow. Okay, ji. Any last doubt, question, clarification before I close the recording? Okay, thank you.
Clear.
Okay, all clear, right? Thanks. Okay, let me close.